Today's the day. You have to get to Wexford to Leon's Billiards and More if you want it by the holiday. Every type of gaming table that you could ever imagine, affordable family fun, rack up the savings, floor models that must go immediately to make room for spring merchandise. Mike Leon, Chris Leon, Leon's Billiards and More with a big bow on it, just in time for Christmas, but you got to get here today.
Well, today, tomorrow, we're running out of dates, but we can still get it in for Christmas, and we have some openings for New Year's.
And they have people who will service it, bring it, set it up. All you have to do is enjoy it. All right, here we go. We're picking our weekly winners against the spread. We're even going to do college football, betrivers.net. So, Chargers, 2.5. Denver. Denver has been playing great.
Lights out
Football.
Yes, they have. I'm a big Bo Nix fan. Like them a lot. Chargers come off that kind of bad loss last week. I think I'm going to take Denver plus the 2.5.
All right, he's taking the 2.5. Chargers favored in that one. Kansas City now favored. Chris just checked the line moments ago. Favored by 3 against C.J. Stroud and Houston.
Yeah, another a lot of good games this week. Well, Mahomes must be playing if that line changed that much.
That's what Chris said, the brain trust, who really puts all this together, makes all the moving parts move, but he doesn't want to come on camera. But he's the best salesman on the planet, so go figure. But anyway.
Wow, what am I?
You're pretty good too, but he's the best. There's no doubt, man. He could sell ice to an Eskimos, they say. All right, he said he loves Houston.
Oh, so do I then.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Washington getting 3 against Philadelphia. Jalen Daniels, you can say what you want, but he's having a very good game.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of promise with that team, with Jalen, that's for sure. Philadelphia's, they're riding high. I gotta take them. They looked good last week because they actually passed the ball, instead of just running all the time. Eagles are top notch.
All right, so how about this? Read in the PG today or somewhere that Kenny Pickett kind of gave them the game plan against the Steelers. Like, who didn't know that, right?
Right.
Don't take it out on Kenny Pickett. He just wants to get a paycheck. But I'll be honest with you. I know that Detroit's banged up. Darnold's playing incredible in Minnesota. And I know they're saying Philly with Saquon Barkley, it's between, him and maybe someone else, but he's probably going to win the MVP. I don't really like Philadelphia. I think the Steelers secondary isn't all that great. Joey Porter, God bless him, went to school down the road, got a lot of growing to do, I think, yet. And so A.J. Brown had a good game against the Steelers. Well, that's nothing new. Pickens wasn't in the lineup. So you couldn't have explosive.
Well, George would have changed the game some. I'm still not sure if he would have won, but we need George in there.
So you're taking Philadelphia giving the point.
I am.
Let me say one other thing, too. This is what I think the Steelers should do. Chris, if you're standing, sit down. Here we go. They should sign Antonio Brown. Now, wait. Everybody deserves another opportunity, and if anybody can attest to that, Chris and I can attest to that. You're the good golden boy here. Bottom line is, he can play. I'm not saying he's going to play against Baltimore this week, but get him ramped up. He still has a little bit of gas left in the tank. Sign him to a minimal deal. It would be a feel-good story. The Rooneys are all about doing good, in my belief. I love the Rooneys. Why not? And then he can also tell Pickens, look, you want to end up like me? No. So you know what? Stay in your lanes, play the game. And I guarantee you, defenders won't be focusing so much on Pickens if Antonio Brown's on the other side of that line of scrimmage.
But with Rob, I also think the Steelers can maybe see if Lynn Swan's available and Joy Slower.
Oh, my. Yeah. Maybe they got a few games left for them. Who knows? All right, so Carolina's getting 4 against Arizona. Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison's made a difference there. James Conner, former Panthers.
Good player. Really good player.
Great player. And to think we could have still had him.
Yeah.
Najee's okay.
Najee's good.
He's good. The offensive line's young. I'll give you that.
I don't understand how Najee got punished for fumbling one time all year and then he sits after that. That don't make sense to me.
And that wasn't the thing that cost them the game. No, there was so much more that cost them the game. Bryce Young, is he the future in Carolina?
Oh, it's still out there. I mean, he's playing a little bit better. Carolina's playing a little better. But I think Arizona is a team on the rise. I really like what they're starting to do. I'm taking Arizona.
All right. Let's talk about this great history of your family, the billiards industry. This place is absolutely incredible. Just about every place I go, when I ask them, hey, where'd you get the billiards table? More times than not, it's Leon's Billiards and More. you love this. But this was the time of year that your dad loved, I loved. Even though everybody gets a little cranky because you're working extra hours, it's nice to put a table. My son, they love their table. Him and his guys play all the time.
That's awesome. Well, we do promote fun. I mean, we're big. We're one of the bigger dealers in the country, and we've been doing this a long time. Me and Chris worked through our dad's store and both ran the company for years. And so I think we're the most knowledgeable out there. I really do think that. And I think, if you come in our store, you'll see the difference. I mean, we could tell you about this table, that table, and old tables, used tables, new and I feel we're the only company that really does that. We grew up in this industry. This is our industry. My dad, everybody knew my dad.
All the great athletes, Penguins, Steelers, Pirates have bought tables. And they can also bring that old table back to life, too. You got to do some amazing things with that.
Yeah, we do. We install new cushions if you need it, recover, new pockets, relocating the table from one house to another, any service work you need. We have some great crews that work for us. We don't sublet out to anybody.
Here's the question. Can you play pool?
No. I have a table, but I don't shoot that off.
Could your dad play pool?
My dad could play. My dad was a good shot, actually. Yeah.
I kind of figured. He did everything.
Yeah. He could shoot one-handed.
Did Chris play pool? No. I always wanted to play pool. Some of those kids my son plays with, his friends, they're really good.
It's good. League play is real big now, and a lot of people pool is very popular now. It's a great game to keep your family home, know where your kids are. That's a big part of our spiel, the selling the table, because they're at your house.
Chicago getting 7 against the Detroit Lions, and sadly, all hoping for the Ford family to hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are so banged up.
Yeah, but the Bears are just terrible good right now.
That offensive line, they're going to get that kid killed, Caleb Williams.
Yeah, I mean, they did play him tough on Thanksgiving, though, but I got to take the Lions.
Well, just in time for Christmas, Mason Rudolph's going to go for Tennessee.
I root for Mason.
You too.
I always liked Mason. I didn't think he got a real fair shot here, but that's just me.
Getting 3.5 against Indianapolis. So who do you like in that game?
I think Indy still might have a shot at the playoffs, so I'm going to go with the Colts.
So he's going with Detroit and Indianapolis. We move on now to the Jets getting 3.5 against the Rams. The Rams have really turned around.
I'm taking the Rams. The Jets have been what a disappointment. I'm
horrible.
Tired of hearing about them. I'm rooting. Yeah, I'm going the other way.
You being a defensive guy, love defense like I do. Did you see the 30 for 30, the New York Sack Exchange? Talking about Gastineau.
Oh no, but I saw Gastineau and Brett Favre on the other day on there when he went up to Mark Gastineau was a great player. I'm a defensive line guy, and Gastineau was awesome.
That kind of reminded me of Brother Augie going after somebody. You know what I'm saying? Here comes Augie, man. Get out of the way.
That was when North Hills A&A when I coached and Augie played.
Oh man, you gotta love that.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
If there's one drumstick on that turkey and he wants to, let him have it, right? But Gastineau. The guy should be in the Hall of Fame.
There's no doubt he should be.
I'm listening to Dan Patrick yesterday, one of my favorites, and he starts rolling off some of these statistics. That guy.
No, I agree with you. I'm surprised he's not. I mean, he was dominant.
And they said, well, one-dimensional. Well, all great players are one-dimensional. They have a claim to fame, but they're great at it.
That's right.
And he was great at sacking.
He was. And I'll tell you, he was fun to watch when he played back in the day.
Yeah,
there's no doubt Mark Gastineau should be.
Chris was saying he too amazed about the stats. So you're going with the Rams.
Yes, Rams are playing good.
They are. Seattle getting 3 against Minnesota. Sam Darnold's going to get a bag of money. I don't know if it's going to be in Minnesota. But
that's a pretty amazing story. I like Sam. Yeah. Wow, that's a good game there. I'm gonna take Minnesota.
All right, he's getting hand signals from Chris. So you're going to go with Minnesota?
Yeah.
All right. Vegas getting a half against Jacksonville. Poor, pitiful me and anybody who has to watch this football game. They may have two.
If that was the only thing on TV that day, I'd be watching the shopping channel.
Remember where you heard it. Deion Sanders will be replacing Antonio Pierce in Vegas, and his son Shador will be there.
That would be interesting.
He'll go in the early second round, and Travis Hunter will be the overall pick. So Hunter, Shador, Sanders, and Deion will all be in Vegas.
I know you've been saying that.
I'm telling you.
I was in my backyard. I closed the curtain.
He said, all right, so you're going with who?
I'm going to go with Jacksonville. They seem to be playing a little bit better now. So
guess who doesn't get a bag of money now? Brock Purdy. I think the ship has sailed. I think.
Do you really?
I think they're going to go in a completely different direction. Wow. I really do. And I also think Sam is going to be out. McCaffrey may be done.
Yeah, well, he gets injured a lot. He's a hell of a player, but he does get injured.
So Kittle may be the only thing left standing in the city by the bay when it's all said and done. Frisco getting a point against Miami. Who do you like?
Where's that one at? That's in Miami. Does Miami still have a shot at the playoffs?
No, very slow.
I'm going to take the 49ers.
All right. Buffalo, spot in New England, 14 points. Josh Allen, he's
best player in football right now. Yeah, Josh Allen, no doubt.
If you had a chance to take him or Patrick Mahomes as rookies, who would you take? I think I'd go with Josh Allen.
That's a tough call. I mean,
durability.
Oh, his size is amazing.
Other than that, it's a close.
I think they're both good leaders. They both want to win a lot. That's a tough one, Rob. That really is.
But he's got a high ankle sprain, Mahomes. I would sit him and let Carson Wentz, even though Wentz hasn't started since 2023 when he was at the Rams.
You know, that's the one thing I really, really like about Mahomes.
He plays.
He plays. He wants to win. It don't matter how hurt he is. He comes and plays.
That's called that Augie mentality.
No.
Augie Leon. Listen, you could have hit him on the head with a sledgehammer and he'd have been ready to go. He was a tremendous competitive athlete.
Yes, he was.
And Chris was a bull too.
Yes, he was.
All right.
They both kicked my butt when I was young.
I say that about Chris in case he needs a date for Christmas. Maybe somebody's listening, you know? Hey, I'll have to look him up. All right. So you're going to go with Buffalo, spot in New England 14. Yes. Dallas is a mess right now. They're getting 4 against Tampa Bay. Why they gave all that money to Dak Prescott is beyond me.
I agree with you there. I mean, they paid 2 guys like what is it, $120 million or something.
And Micah Parsons could actually get traded.
They're saying he might,
like what they did with Herschel Walker back in the day.
Yeah,
and maybe kind of jump up to where they could get a Shedeur Sanders and maybe a Travis Hunter, and then Dion goes to Dallas.
But what's the Cowboys going to do with that contract though? I mean, you know.
He was a 4th rounder. He's never won any big game. I don't care how many consecutive 11 or 12 win seasons. He's never won a big game, and they gave him $250 million.
Yeah, it's a. They did it twice. They did it twice. The great wide receivers.
Listen, all I want for Christmas is to have Chris Leon do one of these videos with me.
He's going to do one.
He better.
He will.
All right. So,
I'm taking Tampa Bay. I think Tampa Bay. I'll tell you,
how about Tampa Bay?
I love the quarterback.
Baker Mayfield.
I love Baker.
I got a touchdown pass.
I got to admit, I like Baker. He's a tough kid. You know, he went through a lot of crap. The Browns. Well, Cleveland gets what they deserve. I mean, you know,
Vegas.
They went with Watson, and you see where they are.
All right. So let's take a look at the game that's coming up for your Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers are getting 6 points against Baltimore. I'm not sure if TJ Watt's going to go. I'm not sure if Pickens is going to go. But Lamar Jackson, they have to win this game.
Yeah.
The Steelers right now have a game lead in the North. So can they beat Baltimore again? They seem to have their number.
They do. They seem to. We're like the only team that can shut down Lamar. It seems like the last so many times we played them. Coach Tomlin has a great record against Coach Harbaugh. With the points, for sure, I like the Steelers, but I think we might win outright again. I don't know. When Steelers' backs against the wall, things happen.
So I do have to mention Atlanta and the decision to bench Kirk Cousins. Michael Penix Jr. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, you got to see. I mean, you drafted him, so let's see what he can do the last 2 games of the year. I mean, yeah. I mean, proofs in the pudding. Atlanta's not that their record's not too good, so.
Let's tell everybody one more time
about
what you have here at Leon's Billiards and More.
We got pool tables, shuffleboards, bar stools, game room furniture like pub tables, spectator chairs, kitchen island stools, poker tables, Texas Hold'em tables, air hockeys, foosball, darts, jukebox, and you name it, Rob. We got everything.
Rexford, get out to the community that is that strip of highway that is just full of fun and all sorts of opportunities for the holiday season, but no one gives you a better opportunity to spend time in the comfort of your home during the winter months, celebrate the holidays. That will be a gift that'll keep on giving, rack up the savings, family, affordable fun. Leon's Billiards and More. Don't forget the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday Show, and there's always more sports at 937thefan.com.